Hey kids! It's a little early, but I was sitting here and I'm like, why don't I just like go live now? We have like 3 minutes before we start. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys have done like productive stuff, or if you didn't, I'm jealous because your girl was up early, like real early, and I had to take baby Grunk to martial arts, which he kicked ass, and he got like a ribbon for like being like in like the best group because he's getting a new belt next week. So Kung Fu Panda was all set and so good. And I want to get my brows done because like your girl needed her brows done. And across the street was Ocean State Job Lot, and Kaiden knows exactly what Ocean State Job Lot is. So we took a little stroll to the store, and I got way too much Christmas stuff. Like I have a problem. I'm like Buddy the Elf when it comes to when it comes to Christmas. I hope everybody is. I'm waiting for people to come in. I know people on X. If you are over there, come over to YouTube. Unsolved with Amy Boston. We do unsolved cases. We do cases from the past, unsolved mysteries, and we also do current cases, which we are doing today. Today we are covering part 2 of Nova. Nova. BJ Investigates has put out a lot of information regarding this horrific case. Okay. I don't know if it's a case because there's no like charges, there's no anything. If you guys were watching last night, it was Nova from Figueroa Street in LA. She's a 13-year-old prostitute, and her mother and her went on Soft White Underbelly, which I'm not gonna play it, but I am gonna pull her up. This was her off Soft White Underbelly interview alone. So this is what she looked like. This is what a grown man interviewed a 14-year-old girl like this online and made millions of dollars because of it. And this girl became very popular. It was almost like an advertisement. He said where she worked, where she was, and creeps would go out and find her. She was afraid to be out in public. And she started doing online selling of CSAM, which is a huge problem. Okay. She's posting it on Instagram. She's posting it on Twitter. A lot of her accounts are getting deleted because of CP. And BJ, that surprise, or that surprise witness, my bad. I love that show. I followed her whole Diddy thing. She's fucking hilarious. She actually found the CSAM on a main platform, reported it. She contacted the FBI. She contacted the exploited children. She even called the non-emergency number for um sorry, I was getting distracted. She even called the LAPD non-emergency line trying to report it. She lives on the East Coast. She was calling the West Coast. She even called her current state to report it. And like, you have to call California because she's in California, right? So that's exactly what she did. She called California and they did nothing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the call that BJ made to the LAPD and how she was treated. So that's what we're going to pull up right now. That is what we're going to do. And let me just, hi Equals. Hi baby. I'm happy you're here. I have someone to talk to. Oh my goodness. I love it. Equals. You're like my fave, girl. So this here, it's a little long. I'm going to get to the part where she was speaking to the cops, and that's what we're going to listen to for now, okay? Let me know if you can
You have reached the Los Angeles Police Department's dial 911.
Los Angeles Police Department, operator 716.
Hi.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Gary, what's going on?
Okay, so I don't even exactly know where to start. I'm so sorry. I'll lead with what I think is the most important. There's child on the internet. I've reported it and it's not being taken down. There's 3 videos I reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and then another one has been posted. And the child is in LA, from what I understand. I am not. So I didn't want to call 911 because I'm in New Jersey. Just full disclosure, I don't live over there.
You're
but
my
there's child
fave equals.
on the internet. It's been there since September. I'm very shaken up about it. I've reported it to the FBI. I reported it to Twitter. It's up on there, and it's not just pornography. It's being sold.
You said you're in New Jersey?
Yeah, but the is online.
Got it, but you need
It's online.
to talk to your local police department for that.
The victim is in your
Hey, Mary.
jurisdiction. For sure.
Reporting it.
Listen to how she's being
New Jersey,
treated.
so he reports your jurisdiction.
The New Jersey cops are going to drive to California to protect this child. Any enforcement action will be done on that account, which is a California account.
Do you know this person?
She's famous. She's a famous child. The National Center for
That'd be
Missing and
awesome.
Exploited Children already had files on her. This is still up public on Twitter.
Okay, then you can report it to your local police department.
The New Jersey cops don't have jurisdiction over this child
Thank you.
or her account, which was made in California. They can't do anything.
Hold on. I'm going to pause this for a second. Just to give it some context. So our friend BJ from BJ Investigates and her other show is That Surprise Witness. Go sub up to her. She's amazing and hilarious. Fucking hilarious. I love her. She is from New Jersey. Okay. And she called New Jersey, non-emergency line, and they said there's nothing we can do. We're in New Jersey. This girl's on the West Coast. You have to call the local police. So what she did after she called the FBI and the National for Missing and Exploited Children, and she called the LAPD because this is his jurisdiction, where she is on Figueroa Street in that quarter, and they are responsible servants not doing a fucking thing. Keep listening.
And then the area handles computer crimes. We as a LAPD don't.
What?
We don't handle computer crimes.
I clean up all right.
So you don't take action against child at the LAPD?
Not for this call, no.
761 is your number?
Yes, operator 716.
716. And what's your name?
Don't give names.
You
We
don't
don't
give
give
names, and you
names.
don't protect children.
LAPD does not
Like, what the fuck?
respond out for
I'm
computer
sorry,
crimes.
I'm
That's
Who
judging
are
where-
you? I'm not talking to. Who are you? What's your operator number, please?
407.
So hard. Just
Get
to
it,
let me get
BJ?
this straight. Y'all are chat, which I have reported of a child who is a victim in your jurisdiction, and you are bitching at me. Got it.
Ma'am,
I'll report this. I will report this publicly, and I'm going to add
And
your
she did.
bitch. Get loud with me, stupid fucking.
See, her could be besties. Okay. Look at her.
I heard they were looking for me.
We'll
Here I
listen to
go.
this for a little bit.
Her chain. Who yanked? It wasn't me. I didn't go send for her. I didn't send for her. I can tell you I didn't send. So I don't know why dispatcher 716 couldn't handle his own shit like a man.
Get it?
I don't know why this handler bitch had to come
Yeah, Miss
on
Mary.
the child. You
She
know
is
what?
the truth.
Report I was making, why this Lou
my
Taylor
kinda
sounding
girl.
ass lady needed to pipe into my conversation Operator dispatcher 407. I don't know what y'all's tax dollars are going to over there in California, but I can
It's
promise
like
you
the
it's not
Hunger
going to protecting
Games in
children.
California.
You can put that one on my gravestone. You can put it on the gravestone. I don't even gamble, and I'll give you every dollar I have. Show me where they protected a child. Even if, y'all, listen, even if this isn't the correct bureaucratical point on the bureaucratical web to
Yes.
go to,
Hold on.
I'm
let's
reporting
pause.
something.
BJ was a huge, like, you know, like we did like the Karen Reed thing. BJ was the person who headed and got like the whole conservatorship of Britney Spears. She is the girl. This is the girl. She's listen, people can say whatever the fuck I want about anybody. I don't care who people watch. You guys know who I have beef with. I don't give a fuck if you watch them, but if you give me respect and respect me, I respect this. I respect this creator. I think she's amazing. Some people think that she's a little too abrasive. I love abrasiveness. She is for the people. She's trying to help a little girl. And these cops didn't even ask for the little girl's name. They asked for nothing. Yeah, she was out there on the back. She was the turtle boy of the Britney Spears conservatorship. One fucking hundo. Mary, I was telling my daughter about Amy, and I said, I love it. Your daughter should come on. Oh my god, I love that. Thanks, Eagle. All right, let's go on with this a little bit, but I have a different video that we're gonna watch. That it's gonna get ready, kids. Get ready, buckle up.
Pretty serious. He didn't even want to know her freaking name. He didn't even want to hear it. He didn't even let me finish what I was saying. I was trying to say, not only is it up for everyone to see, they're selling it.
Yeah.
He could have took a little note on a post-it. He could have just shut the hell up.
Done anything.
He could have kept his freaking pie hole closed. He could have just sat there, sitting on his damn hands, or doing whatever in the hell he was doing with them before I called. He could have just sat there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he had to interrupt.
Yep.
Imagine interrupting somebody's trying to call and report that type of crime.
See, Sam.
Whoa. The whole entire city needs to get Thanos'd. Okay? Y'all got to get out of there, cousins. Y'all got to get out. It's a war zone.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
the Hunger
get out
Games.
of there.
Wait, I said this yesterday, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to put myself full blast here. Do you guys know that I don't know if it's the person who's running for mayor or governor of California. Now, California, listen, I live in a very liberal state. I have my own beliefs, my own conservative beliefs, and I have non-conservative beliefs. I'm an independent. However, like when things go a little, there's radicals, right? And I believe that California has gone off the fucking rails. And the person who's running thinks that PDF file. Okay, listen, with both ears open, that a PDF file is an actual orientation and shouldn't be criminalized. I'm going to say it again. The governor of California thinks that being a pedophile is an actual orientation and shouldn't be criminalized. Put that. Yeah, me too.
And I was going to play a whole little clip and everything about how like racial disparities are and like how, Black children and women account for like such a higher percentage of victims of this type of stuff. But then I thought about it and it's like, no, hold on. No, that's how this mother was talking to me. I don't think he thought I was Black. Maybe he did. Maybe he heard y'all and he thought everybody says y'all is Black. I think
she's from like
I got Karen
Louisiana.
treatment. I think I got white lady treatment. That's how they talking to the white ladies. Okay. So when I tell y'all that I'm never really having that great of interactions with the cops either, this is what I mean. I don't get any. Y'all think that was special treatment?
It's not a race thing.
I got double freaking teamed. Some random nameless who God knows who jumped out of the freaking bushes trying to holler at him. Hold on. Before you take another freaking half a breath, lady, who are you? Who are you?
That's a fact, Mary. Facts. Who are you? Why
I
weren't
saw
you
my cousin
helping?
Sino in here. I was just watching his reaction.
All right,
Are you gonna
guys.
clip that part?
So that was one of the things that I was going to show you. And I have another one. I have another video of Nova. It's a little more descriptive. It's a little, I was not what we watched last night. Last night was really long. I'm not sure how long this was. I kind of cut that one because I wanted to show you that BJ called the LAPD non-emergency number. And they didn't so much as even say, hey, this is the wrong number. Call this person. We don't do computer crimes. Or what's their name? Do you know where they live? Do you have a photo that you can send? They did nothing. They did nothing. But this is the thing. So when Celeste ended up in the frunk of a Tesla, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, rest in peace. This poor girl, her life was such this, that, thing. But you're not going to help the girls that are living. You're going to wait until it's a rest in peace on social media to care. That is not how I roll. That is not how I roll. That's not how BJ rolls. That's not how Rabbit rolls. I am so about getting women back on their feet. They do not have to live this way. That little girl does not know her worth because her mother is a piece of shit. I said it. My opinion. I can say it. That's what I think of her mother. And all the guys that talk about her like she's a piece of dirt. She's a child. A child. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show another one and buckle up because it gets worse. Kids, it gets worse. Everything kind of escalated. Let me get myself situated here. Wait. Oh, there I am. Hi, guys. I like this view. Do you guys like this view? Like the side by side? I like it. I like it. I like it. I don't buffer as much either.
This is not the UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
Video on behalf of me or yourself. The purpose of this video is to give my commentary and opinion on matters of public concern. Thank you.
Order. Okay, everybody sit down. My video on Nova from Soft White Underbelly went viral, and some of the No Jumper affiliates are hollering like hit dogs. So I made a video last week.
We
about
watched No
this
Jumper
little
last
girl,
night.
Underage Nova from Soft White Underbelly. She became famous over there and all of that. Please do go and check that out if you haven't already. But apparently, I guess
I mean, you guys can go over to Soft White Underbelly and watch this. Please don't. It's like, because I have consumed quite a bit of Soft White Underbelly, having the life that I've led and helping others and everything. And the human condition fascinates me. Okay. Like, I think that if I was really always good at computers and stuff, and that's why I went into IT, but like the real part of me always wanted to like be in criminology. And I wanted like Brian Koberger, like to understand the people's mind, the way people act to me is fascinating. Like I know a lot about serial killers. It's not because I'm a weirdo. It's because I want to know what makes people tick. Like serial killers aren't serial killers every day. Look at Rex Huberman, allegedly went to work. People liked him. He was an engineer. He did this and look what he did. Like it is fascinating that people can have two different lives. These motherfuckers that she's talking about with Jumper, they're all, and the kid who runs the show is a clown. Okay, a fucking clown. I think he's from New Hampshire. Not there's anything wrong with New Hampshire, but I'm pretty sure he's from New Hampshire. And he has these thugs talking about children online. So we're gonna continue.
The whole internet has seen it because they got really upset about it. A couple people got kind of upset about it. We'll talk about that later, but I just want to reiterate the main points from the video. Give them to you. Marla from Soft White Underbelly is wrong, in my opinion, for putting this little girl out there. She went missing indeed after the video aired. Remember that Ebony alert? And now she's so famous that she doesn't even like want to go outside her own house because people are calling her ass.
Like that's that little girl that's everywhere and and then she was talking like I would just look at somebody and they'll just be whispering to somebody and they'll be looking at me whispering, so I don't know
child
what they talk about me, and I don't.
People love to talk about.
Yeah, like I be really want to go. It's like,
Mark also said Nova was growing up, I thought was creepy in my opinion, and the whole
Yeah.
like how you growing up and all that creeped
Yeah.
me out. I didn't like that, and I wanted y'all to see it and take note.
I think it was great. I just love the way she's growing and what
Yeah.
she's turning into. I think you're growing up beautiful.
Mark.
Number two on the video. Mother
Hey, Mark, you're tuck in your creep. It's showing. Tuck it back in. Tuck it back in, brother.
Tanea and father, unknown to the public, have really failed her entirely and are continuing each and every day to fail her.
Mama, she don't really care about me, y'all. Like,
Adam 22, 16 grand arranged, and he basically propped up the behavior with selling underage children or buying them
Buying them.
for apps. And then the fourth main point was this here. TM Richie, I think still, I renew my request for him to be investing for
This
these
guy
admissions.
is a fucking monster. Okay, I want you to listen to him. He goes by the name of ATM Richie, and I want you to hear what he has done to women because he thinks that he can. You're a fucking clown, is what you are, sir. Who fucking raised you? That's what I say.
On air 5 years ago. I say on air, it's actually just a published YouTube video. But it was 5 years ago. He was talking about putting women in dog kennels, putting cigarette butts out on them, bleach. I mean, the
Yep.
whole 9 yards. I mean, it was just really astonishing
Yeah.
that he wasn't picked up with anybody in a RICO.
Yeah, like burning butts, putting cigarettes on.
Of the video that I'm out, Nova had
Pouring
to do
bleach?
with this RICO, this criminal
Bitch.
indictment for what is being alleged to be a criminal gang. And Nova, they start spreading rumors online that Nova is the mysterious unnamed 14-year-old who's mentioned as a victim in this indictment.
Nova, which is the
Is
daughter,
it-
Her 15-year-old daughter, who is a...
hold on, the daughter has been named as one of the entertainers that
How do
was
you know that? I haven't seen any evidence of that. I see a
It's in
lot of
Playboy.
YouTube titles, but
in the
He didn't say
paperwork.
paperwork. No, I don't believe this. I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe. First of all, I don't even think that Nova. Like, this is personal opinion. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know her. I'll never know her. Do I want her someone to fucking save her? Yeah, I do. And she's like, I don't want to be saved. Yes, she does. She wants to be saved. She does. This man says that he has paperwork on her that she is a snitch. And you know what, too? Even if she is, which my gut feeling just doesn't think that she did this. But if she did, good for her. Good for her. Telling on these nasty men. Nasty.
The
Oh,
one that's not a Hoover. Putting the kid with braces.
That came across my timeline. Okay, I didn't start looking into his age. I mean, he needs to be investigated, in my opinion. It's very scary what he's been saying. Now, he has come out, I will say, since my video. I don't know if it was a video or not, but it's come out recently. That, meaning that he for the children and all that.
Children.
So I guess
The poor things, the kids love me and I love them. I don't do none of that. That
he,
minor
also,
shit.
he said minor.
did you hear this?
I know.
Minor kids.
But then out of the other side of his mouth, which is the original side of his mouth from 5 years ago that he was talking from, he is talking about Nova being somebody's property, but maybe not his. He's like, here in this video right here, that's actually Nova belonged to the set.
Nova belong to the set.
Ew.
Exactly how he's property of the deck.
Homie?
He property
Says
of the
that.
deck of the game. Yeah, so what are you talking about?
Bro, 1998 called and wants their terms back. Okay? Fucking clown. Watch, they're going to do reaction video. Because I'm called clown. You're all clowns.
What? I don't know what these niggas talking about. Snoopy Badass and got up there and said he her daddy. No, that's
Yes.
April Ruth's daughter. Yeah, man, we know the truth. We know the truth.
Again, I renew my request for this man to be investigated. He also doubles down in this other clip on No Jumper sitting in that cursed bench, that cursed bar stool that they picked up from Less for Less or the GS or whatever. Sitting right there again reiterates, even though he said he was joking, here he is again. He would run over a minor with his car, even if the minor
Yes.
belonged to a fellow.
The whole time.
You know,
When it interpreted in several different ways.
when it comes to grown business,
like,
when
don't
it comes to
say
grown
my
business, yeah, minor
Charlie
case.
fast as hell.
When it comes to grown business, minor case, I catch on a blade. I'm not gonna stop for you. If homie be like, oh, that's her, I'm gonna speed up on your stupid ass. Bam! Get your ass up.
So he's saying so can we go over that? He just said that if there was like a bad girl, like a bad prostitute, and he's with his homie, 1998 called Once Their Fucking Terms Back, you loser, that he would floor his car and hit them and run them over. Right. Equal parts. Exactly. And this is the thing. Nova has been in programs before and has run away. I think that she is deeply disturbed and needs a lot of help. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a girl that's been through a lot of shit with a lot of opinions. This girl needs like intensive therapy away from all of this. Like all of this. She's going to touch grass. And these guys need to just like, yeah. Oh, Patrick. Hey, baby. Yeah, she is big help. Big. She's big help. Like, you're like, I'm not saying these ones because like Dr. Phil's a little fucking, I don't know. He's kind of, I side-eye Dr. Phil. But anyway, but he used to send really traumatized people to like programs that like have horses for trauma and like all of these things. Admittedly, like I have PTSD and I've had to go to, PTSD treatment, and it helps. But the thing is that she's so stuck. Who is she supposed to go to? Who is she supposed to go to and be like, I don't want to do this anymore? Because everything that she's around, everything that she knows is this. And it is so scary. And there are people out there, thousands of people buying her CSAM. Buying it. Knowing that she's a child. Who are those people? I want perp walks. I want to see these people. I want to see them with my own two eyes so I can see the degeneracy of what's going on. These motherfuckers too. I hope they'll perp walk.
On a dead homies. Who even brought you? It's bad.
So anyway, that was the main points of my points. If you didn't watch it, there you go. Those are the points. But speaking of updates, I do have an update on Nova as well. She has made a question and answer video on her own YouTube channel, and she actually addressed some of the issues that came up in my video. Again, just like ATM Richie, she also did not mention video. Can't say that she made this in response to the video, but she says that she's now done walking on Fig, but then immediately states that you should hit her up, which you should absolutely not do, for meetups and content.
Love you.
Do I still step on Fig? No. I don't sell this no more. But if you want to meet up or if you want to buy some content, text me on Telegram.
Now, Nova, if you recall, in my part 1 of this series, did say that her Instagram accounts keep getting removed because she's actually trying to materials considered to be. I also, she or whoever owns them, invest in a 9-volt battery. The smoke alarm is killing me. Girl, the smoke alarm, please.
Police took my phone trying to investigate it.
Anyway, in that first video, it was an hour and 20-something minutes long. I definitely did not include everything that I could have or even wanted to include to try to mainly get those.
We could go over that video to another day, and I
left out. But I was maybe go back to some of the things I could have put in the video to give you some context of where I was coming from in the presentation of it. Just to give you some context of like what I actually think is very important here, and that this child is crying out for help. There's a clip here. This is from June this year. She's talking about weird stuff going on, not having a good time, and asking people to pray for her safety and for her life.
This is a little update. I've been very, very hard lately. That's why I haven't been able to. You need to just pray.
Asking her audience to pray. Also, I'm just remembering
hurting child. This is a hurting child crying on her pillow, asking people who follow her to pray for her because her life is so hard. If that does not break your heart, like what the fuck will? For a little girl, she's a little girl, to go online and ask her followers who buy her content, the fucking creeps who buy her content, because we don't know that she's posting that by herself. She could have someone that she deals with that makes her do it because she's profitable. Because Mark Latab made her a star on Figueroa Street, where people are looking for her. Men are looking for her now. It's tragic.
Never, this is during my investigation stage, this is also now, that when Nova went with her mom onto Soft White Underbelly to do that like book promo interview for Mark Latab, she had said Mark saved her life, basically saved her life because it gave her a platform.
Yeah, girl, you gave my whole platform, huh?
I done did what?
Look at her.
I said Mark that gave me my whole platform. Like, he didn't help me on YouTube. Like, these interviews help me on YouTube.
I mean, I thought the interviews helped you right there. So it was like through all of this promotion, a lot of people tell me like, stop giving your daughter. I'm like, this is a real life. Like, yes.
There was other, she was just so scared of like basically dying as an unknown person in the streets. And so here she is just in June, 3 months ago, saying,
I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. There it is. Might be.
And, I'm not trying to be one of them people.
There's this. I don't even think I can actually show it, but you know what? I could throw up a screenshot. I could throw up a screenshot of what it is, and it's Adam Grant Mason, incidentally. Keep that with the hashtag help me. Help. Another video right here of her saying, you ever just want to give up? Every time she tries to go home, the reason she runs away, the reason she ran away in the very first place, she said it in that first video you would have seen if you watched it. The very first time she ever even got drunk, was with a man, had a boyfriend, was because she was walking with her friend down the street. She left her mom's house. Her mom's toxic. There is video evidence of this out there, of Tania calling Nova a B word, all kinds of just incomprehensible things you should never say to anybody's child, especially your own. But here's more proof of that. Years ago, her mom doesn't really care. Here's this clip.
So y'all be saying it's me. It's me. I be like, go home, right? Mama, she don't really care about me, y'all. Like, bro.
Can you hear this?
Care. My brother came back. She really don't care.
My mothers don't care about me.
Jealous of your brother. I'm never jealous of my brother. I love my brother. Literally. I can't even be around him. Like, I'm getting kicked out the car and I have to get dropped off. Like, that shit weird. Don't let this internet fool. That shit tell me I gotta go.
The internet is fake.
Another clip. If she tries to go home, she can't stay long before her mom wants her to leave.
So her mother doesn't want her at home. So she has like 5 or 6 kids. She has a son that's like her favorite. And she always tells Nova that, oh, you're jealous of him, blah, 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 blah. When she goes home as a child, she can only stay for so long because her mother doesn't want her there. And so she goes and pays for rooms or stays with creeps. And her mother's fine with that.
And then this one right here. Y'all ever wonder why I don't go home? And it's Tania saying that Nova is evil, cannot be.
Bro,
Okay.
That's on my soul.
Okay, so I can't come with you?
Your life will be short.
So I can't come with you?
TikTok bitches can help you. And at the end of the day,
Bro,
I don't
you're
give a
talking
fuck.
about nothing, Mom. Like, Mom.
Oh, well, so what?
Mom.
Stop claiming me. Stop claiming me.
Bro, you
Stop
keep
talking
posting
about
me,
how
bro.
I am. Stop looking at you. Stop being a... I'm so I will never be. I have heart.
Stop
I'm
being
dignity.
obsessed with
I have
me.
morals and I care about people. You're the complete opposite. You're an evil, conniving bitch. That's what you are.
She said, y'all wonder
That's
why I
her
don't go
mother.
home? Why I have to run away? Why I'm better off in the street? I gotta say, it's a compelling argument. These are all things that could have been
Listen, it isn't. This is her mother's fault. I'm judging. I'm judging so hard. Okay. This is her mother's fault. Okay. This little girl is stuck in this lifestyle, and it is because of her mother. Her mother is an evil piece of shit. I said what I said with my whole chest. My opinion.
Instead of staying at her house, she ends up having to stay other places. I don't know where she is here with all these kids, this smoke alarm going on, that video, that clip we saw earlier, is kids crying. There's no child to develop safely and secure, being called to evil, having their mother fat, other adult. Nova ends up having to stay other places than with her mother or with her father because they have better things to do, apparently. That emoji. What does that mean? Kind of reminds me of this documentary from 1983 where S
what it
workers would
means
live in a
is-
house.
What it means is rather stay in her car than have to give up her lady parts to an eggplant for somewhere to stay. Colleen, you made it. Hi, honey. She should give her up so that she got in foster. Yeah, right. I know. Well, she has been taken away and went to a foster home and ran away from there too. They couldn't keep her there, which is fucking tragic. Like something major has to happen in this little girl's life. Like major. Like coming, like kidnap in the middle of the night and take her somewhere. Oh, hi, Aggie. Hi, baby. It's good to see you. We can keep going with this.
For a prostitute to ply her trade is to work as a regular in an apartment or a house. Here, prostitutes work under the direction of madam. To work in-house, receive customers by appointment.
They among the ages, you know, I don't know if that's what's not. There's a 14-year-old room. 15. She's 15 now. How does a 15-year-old rent a room? A hotel?
You can't.
An apartment.
Oh,
She's in my car. An eggplant cat emoji.
Hey,
Somebody can tell me what
baby.
that means. I don't know. Here's another TikTok or a short or whatever. I'm not paying for this room. She said, let me get my stuff out of here because I'm not paying for this room. Right before she picks up some gummies and says, this is her.
Feastables.
Maybe she just said gummies. Hopefully it's not, but I think I remember her saying it.
Feastables.
I'm finna go, y'all, because I'm not paying for this room. Okay, so yo, look at these nasty ass.
Feastables.
Like who's?
Yeah, people say
No, y'all let that shit sit, and that's why it's getting us.
people on Figueroa or wherever her clients would let her stay and like rent a room. But like these rooms were like full of roaches and nastiness and everything. And she's like, I'd rather sleep outside than have to sleep here because her mother won't let her come home. She's 15. Her mother calls her the C word and evil and vindictive and jealous and all of these things. And this little girl will go home and this room is so gross that she'd rather go sleep outside. Like, let that sink in.
It's outside walking out with no shoes on and shit.
Here's another video, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. She posted of herself crying with a voiceover saying something about, I'm not going to compete for my spot or I shouldn't roll. She's not old enough to own the car that she's gonna be sleeping in. So who owns it? Whose name is it in? Who bought it?
She did not help me get this car. I did the interview. Mark gave me the money, and I got my car.
Okay.
What you talk about.
So she's not, I stop a lot, guys. You know that. I'm just like a talker. So she is not even able to drive, doesn't have a license, doesn't have anything. Mark Leta, the one that made her the famous 14-year-old suit, he bought her a car when she doesn't have a license. Yes, everybody smash the like. If I see people over on X, come over here. Come over to YouTube and subscribe. And our chat is amazing. And we have a really good time over here and do really good unsolved crimes. And sometimes they're solved, but we talk shit and we discuss and we speculate and we judge. That's what we do here.
I was going to get paid for an interview regardless. Even if I did the interview by myself, I was still going to get paid.
Maybe she did, but how? How? Maybe you can buy a car as a kid. There's insurance, there would be. Speaking of her, all the deadbeat mother and also father, but we're talking about the mother right now. I went back to her TikTok and I got a little bit more insight into that infamous New York trip that I covered in the first video. This is where Nova ran away missing. It goes looking for her, but then Nova kind of like crosses ships in the night and goes back to LA while Tania's on the way up to New York. So I got a little more insight into that New York trip because Tania just needed to post the whole thing on the internet, and it makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense at all whatsoever to me. But
why did I leave New York? Well, I had a runaway daughter that I came back home to. Backstory, my teenage daughter hopped on the Greyhound to go to New York. She was popping on TikTok, so I told NYPD she was about to be in New York, and they gaffled her ass up, and she went. I chased her to New York. She went back to LA.
You sat in the county building for 2 hours. Just to get denied.
Yeah, I got denied because of your ass because I was property of New York. So my thought fast said, let's go do an interview since they always interviewing you by let's get interviewed with you.
What? So the mother was jealous that Nova was getting interviews all by herself because Mark Leta from Software Underbelly made her the, famous teenage prostitute. So she's getting interviews all by herself, and her mother was jealous. So she's like, why don't we do it together? Like, what? Man, you're failing as a parent. Failing.
Look, relieve her pain, so I just let her. I gave her half of the money of the interview, and she still had a problem. Sneaky running.
She's trained. Looks nice enough. She's got all these kids with her. And she's like, thank you so much. To blah, blah, blah. Somebody for the $100 card. But I was able to go first class on the train all the way. Single mother. Something. It's like cheapest shit I ever paid, $100.
My face with me every day while I had two running away for the past few years.
Why do women like this always have like like 8 kids with all different fathers? Like, I'm not judging, okay? Like, I had my kid at 35, and like my baby daddy is like, I make bad choices, okay? But why do women like this who cannot parent? They're horrible parents, but they have 8 kids. Can someone tell me why? Stop having kids. Like, if you are having, listen, I say what you want about me, but I feel like people should be sterilized. Like, if you are a deadbeat dad and you don't take care of your children, you're a deadbeat mother. You should not be able to have any more kids. Point blank. Do you know that? So I live in Massachusetts, and where I am, it can border Rhode Island. And Rhode Island people, ladies, come into Massachusetts to our hospitals to have babies when they're drug addicts, because in Massachusetts, you do not get your children taken away. But if they were to have it in Rhode Island, you automatically get your child taken away if they are addicted to drugs. Massachusetts is not like that. And that's why they come here, so that they can leave. And it is fucking sickening. Okay? Fucking sick. Have you ever seen my son? I'm going to sidetrack this. My son was born really early. His lungs weren't developed. and he was doing something called DStat. I forget what it was, but his oxygen would go like super low, right? So he was in the NICU for like almost 3 weeks. Okay. And it was during COVID, right? It was, oh my gosh, can I say that online? It was during the vid. And I had to stay at the hospital. I cried, and my OBGYN, I had two I had a maternal fetal and a whatever. The pregnancy was tough, but I love being pregnant. Anywho, so we were he was in the NICU for 17 days, and I stayed the whole time. I couldn't leave the unit. I didn't leave the unit for 17 days. No one could come visit. If people want to drop stuff off, they had to drop stuff off downstairs. They were in the NICU. I saw so many addicted babies while I was there, because I would go down every time he woke up to feed. I'd be down there. I'd be down there as much as I can. I would have to go from the NICU back to my room, NICU back to my room. They'd let me stay. Thank God. It was like the best thing ever. But I saw a lot of babies addicted. And one of the kids, hi, Sarah Dawn, honey. Good to see you. And Dave from the Laborers Union. Hi, honey. So one night I was down with Caden, and a baby who had been, his mother was erratic, and he was struggling, and I witnessed them med flighting this little boy to Boston. And it was this little boy, he was so little, right? Like Caden looked like a sumo wrestler, because he came out at 35 weeks, 10 pounds. He was like, he was ready to walk home, right? But these other babies in the NICU were so small, and this one was so small. I remember his name. His name was Diego. And they had to med flight him. And it was like the saddest thing. So what I'm saying is this woman has been addicted to drugs, to prostituting. She has all of these kids. Why do women keep having kids? And if you're a drug addict and you know that you were doing while you're pregnant, and this baby is going to come out addicted and be like Diego, you deserve to be cast, like, no more babies. I don't know what needs to happen. A hysterectomy, something. You need to stop having babies. Stop.
My son was in Texas, but I said, you know what, God, since I'm going state, I might as well get my son up in Texas. And did. So I told my listen, child, we are getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 4 days. Pay for it. Thank you, Project Reconnect.
$100 gift card, got her 3 meals a day. Also, this is apparently some type of charity, I think. Some type of charity, maybe it's NGO, something like that. I really don't know. But I don't know. Like, people are asking me why I don't donate my money to charities. And it's like, so Tanea and all her kids can go first class to New York for no reason on a vacation. Like, I don't want, that doesn't seem like a good use of my time or money now.
Like, since she wanted, like, this shit is content for her for real, but like, have your weird ass like donated any money?
Have
to
yours?
Any organizations for these type kids?
Let me see the receipt.
Like, that's what
Children
I'm
of the
talking
night.
I have questions.
Where's your children of the night donation?
Like have showed me some groundwork
Get it out.
you did. Since this got you so disturbed and I'm a
Okay.
degenerate,
I'll show you the groundwork I did. Free Brittany Leader, she got free out of that conservatorship. Free Amanda Movement, she got free out of that
Bye, Mary, love you.
conservatorship. Free Bam Movement, he got free out of that conservatorship. Shall I go on? How about the HBO documentary hit piece they made about just little old me?
Yeah.
It was their series beginning, just to tear down Britney Act, which was a total shill act in its freaking
She sure did.
tracks. How about that? You want rap sheets?
Listen, I don't know if you guys know this, but BJ is like the turtle of the Britney Spears movement, the conservatorship. She's the turtle boy of all of that. Okay. Fucking amazing.
I got one, and I promise you don't want to compare yours with mine.
Look at me. Wrestling in my roommate. So the roommate was different rooms. Look, Alabama, like the shit was crazy. 2 different rooms. I couldn't even get a break because my kids would come up in there. We had roommates for us, like our own little bunks. And I felt so like relieved. But when we got to Louisiana, New Orleans, the NOLA, She got
trips. I have some questions about this. She's living in a luxury hotel. Okay, remember last time we talked about her. She
Okay.
was a homeless single mother
So,
in
wait.
the laundromat.
So yesterday, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, the mother, the one that needs to stop having kids, the mother was homeless. She's at the laundromat. She's like, oh, poor me. I'm a single mom with 12 kids and I have to take care of them and I don't know what to do. And I'm out here and blah, blah. She's the one that taught her teen daughter to be a suit. So here she is without Nova. Just keep that in mind. Nova is not with her. And this is what she's doing now. And I wonder how.
Her 304 daughter got word. She's calling her daughter a 304, which is derogatory. Literally something has to give. So here's another video that kind of she luxury tells on homeless. She's at a luxury. I don't know this one.
It's crazy how a single mom is sick and I'm making it happen out of a luxury hotel. Yep, I have what I have to do, and that's just what's gonna be. All of my kids and just juggling school, high school, elementary. Like, come on now, this is really crazy. But I make it happen.
They know who
What
the
I
father
mean
is?
I'm really resilient with what I do. I have goals. I have dreams. My kids have goals and dreams as well. And I have to be my kids' advocate. Right now, I'm at a luxury hotel, living out of it about $500 every 3 days just to stay in a nice environment for me and my children.
I
Don't
beg your
ask me how I
pardon?
get it. Sometimes I don't even know how I get it. I just get it done. Just
all that first part that she just said about being a mother and like making it happen. I actually agree with
Listen.
all of that. That is true.
Listen, I know that you call LG the town bicycle. Baker, this chick takes the cake with all of it. Wait a minute, watch the chords, honey. Hold on 1 second. I think Kung Fu Panda wants to say hi. Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys.
Like and subscribe.
Hey guys, don't say the fresh. Don't say the fresh.
Amy.
You hear that? He said unsubscribe from Amy. Oh my god, I love you. All right, I need privacy. I need privacy. Sorry, guys. All right, let's get back to this. Hey, go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Baker, this chick takes the cake. Okay. She takes the cake. I'm going to continue. She now lives in a luxury hotel with her 12 kids, then pays $500 every 3 days. Like, I have a career. Okay. I don't even make money on the tubes. I have my Venmo down, but I've never made money on the tubes. Okay. I like provide for my kid, but like staying at a luxury hotel because she wants like breakfast made in the morning.
As long as you got family, you can make it out of anything. All of that, that's great. No, nothing wrong with that messaging. Nothing wrong with any of the messaging, really. I have some questions about the second half of the TikTok. Like,
right, I'm at a luxury hotel, living out of it, paying about $500 every 3 days.
How? Okay.
Like, come on now. This is really crazy.
In a luxury hotel, like that seems like it would be way more expensive. A luxury hotel seems like it would be way more expensive than like frankly, even a luxury apartment. But then maybe it's like, okay, no, she wants this, you know, she wants the everyday omelets and the eggs your way, and that's included and that's more economical. Sure. And I'm not pocket watching by any means. I'm just trying to make sense of what I'm looking at here. The last time I saw this woman, and I could actually see how having 6 kids and at all under any circumstance and trying to make sure they're gonna grow up right and stuff, probably real stressful, you know, just on its own. So I'm thinking, how could she ease her stress a little bit? Like a stable place to live would be nice, somewhere that's affordable. Some hotel seems like it would be pretty expensive. It also just doesn't seem like
it. Like, okay, I don't know, being a mother, like when you're a parent, your duty is to have a stable structure environment for your children. And she has never had any stability for any of the kids that she has birthed. Whether she knows who the fucking fathers are or not sure. But she's living in a luxury hotel while her 13-year-old daughter, Nova, is out doing God knows what online, selling content that's still up, okay, that Elon Musk has not taken down yet, that Instagram keeps taking down for her. So she's doing that, and the mother's living in a luxury hotel with no structure for her kids. Are kids even going to school? You know what I mean? Like when you become a parent, it is your job to structure, routine, and stability. And this woman has failed all of her children. Because do you believe for a second that she's been out to any of her other children? Wait until they get older. Apparently her son's like the prize. Is he not like them? I don't get it.
At least I would really want to raise it. It's not permanent. Like by default, it's not a permanent place. Like kids need to have somewhere where they feel like they live. And I understand transitional housing, all of that. I'm glad stuff exists. But she's talking about how much she got to pay to live here. And it's very expensive. Listen what she says.
Out of it paying about $500 every 3 days just to stay in a nice environment for me and my children. Don't ask me how I get it. Sometimes I know how I get it. I just get it.
And the breakfast look
miracles, signs, and wonders, and just all of my manifestations put together. And a lot of attracting and manifestations. I'm real bad because one thing about me is I will imagine until it appears.
I manifest Baker, but for some reason he's still in Denmark. So I don't know if he's still here. I'm just saying.
Give up because you won't be in this forever.
Okay, I will admit I do now want some French toast. Maybe not that French toast, but I'll agree with the first part and the last part of her video too. I'm not gonna disagree. You should just always be thinking high, but thinking of a higher way, optimistically, glass, half full and all of that. True, she's right, and it probably is how she manages to get anything done and accomplished with this chaos around her. But why I have questions about this. I have questions, and it's now my business because it came across my algorithm. All right. It came across now it's my business. Put it in my face. True. She made the video.
True.
She was just a homeless single mom. Now she's living in a luxury hotel. Why is she paying every 3 days? What exactly is this living arrangement? Do the kids, don't they need to have like somewhat of their own like space and rooms at some point at a certain age? I don't really know. Does she have to move rooms every 3 days? Why is it such a strange specific number? Almost $500 every 3 days.
For 6 people?
What? That's $5,000 a month. She could stay at a luxury.
The thing is too is like it's not like she's living in like, okay, so you have hotel rooms, so you have all these kids, right? You have all these kids and maybe 2 beds, and you have them on the floor or sleeping up, because I know that there's a rule that after a certain age, girls and boys are legally not allowed to sleep in the same room. It's a CPS thing. So if you were to have like a 12, 13-year-old boy sleeping in the same room with like an 11-year-old girl, there's a law that you have to have your own room. You cannot, like you can sleep with like 2 girls and 2 boys in a room, but if CPS was to come find out that you had 2 teenagers of opposite sex in the same room, that can be a violation. Hi. Oh my God. Calypso. What's up, girl? My like Cali girl. What's your real name, Calypso? Do you mind telling me? Is your name Callie? I just feel like you're a Callie. What's with the flags? Like she has an oval office. I love BJ. She's very, very, very like patriotic. Definitely. Yeah, definitely Laurel Mass, 100%. Like I'm the youngest of a lot of kids, right? And when we were younger, 3 of us slept in one room. We had like a really big room. There's 3 beds, right? And then when my brother got to be like 10 or 11, he had to go into a smaller room across the hall because he wasn't allowed to be in the same room as us. And that I find that's privacy. That is the right thing to do. I find it weird when you find out that like boy and girl, sister and brother sleep in the same room. That is odd. And so she's having all of these kids where you're paying that $5,000 a month to stay at a hotel because they make you omelets in the morning. But like, where are your kids sleeping? Right? Where are they sleeping?
Apartment for that. I mean, probably not with a lot of bedrooms, but anyway, another thing I stumbled upon when perusing through Tania's TikTok and was this video where we kind of get a little bit of a Nova's siblings reveal. I mean, one of the things that I've always found interesting is that there supposedly are 6 kids, but we don't really ever see any of them except Nova. Nova's the only one we ever saw. Or, I mean, I'm sure they show up here and there, but most recently, Tania has been breastfeeding uncensoredly on her social media accounts. I mean, I did have to see some of that against my own will. But other than that, we really don't see the other kids too much. You'll kind of flash them in the screen here and there. But in this video right here, there's a young man, like a teenage kid, boy, and a little girl. So it's kind of like a son, all right? And then that brings us to Tania's son. Now, we already kind of met this son personally when mistaking him for Tania's man on the No Jumper interview that Tania and Nova did together earlier this month or whenever it was, the green hair. So Adam's like, "Is that your man holding your baby or whatever?" And she's like, "That's my son."
I love it. You got
I'm always ready anyway.
I love you got the homeboy over here taking care.
That's my son.
Look, grown man.
He's 17.
17. That's crazy.
He got a baby face to me. He look
grown to me. Yeah, I was surprised.
So I think that's the same son as this son here. Also, the son seems to appear around the soft white underbelly. His name, at least, or his presence appears in that soft white underbelly book promotion interview with Tania and Nova, where Nova's like, the family doesn't like us. They only like my brother. He's the golden child.
We ain't talking about the kids. We talking about
they look at us like
they do not like us. They don't like me for sure. They don't like her because I act like her. They like my brother because
he ain't like us.
Yeah, he nice.
It's us against the world.
Nova also said Tania likes the brother more than her. Okay, so I think this is the same brother we're talking about. And that's kind of how they presented this brother, Tania's, older son. Maybe that was true. Maybe that was not. Maybe that is true. But I stumbled upon his TikTok. That there's some concerning things going on over there as well. And it does now fully make me question, absolutely without any doubt whatsoever, that Tania is an unfit parent in general. It isn't just like some grudge that she has, towards Nova. No, something has to have happened in this young man's life to deliver him to the time of 16 or 17 years old and be doing this stuff. He has a very kind of baby face. I don't see any gang tattoos on his face yet, but it's kind of I feel like this is a critical juncture, a critical moment.
So I'm going to pop myself. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. There I am. So, hey, big chick. Hi, baby. I can't wait to see you. So Nova is that young, and she started getting gang tattoos all over her face. She has a money bag on her face. Her face is covered in tattoos now.
This is the get off the ride right now moment. Could be too late. I don't know. But this is him right here. And I think the same one from that other video. Oh man, there's some alarming things here. I'm just going to point to 2. The most recent TikTok that's up right now at the time that I'm recording this video is one where he's kind of when you find out she's over age and you're not even 18 yet, but you already did everything. With peace and love, I can understand how, from a 16-year-old boy's perspective, a 16-year-old young man who's not yet an adult, that would seem cool. But I think it's time we all admit this is the way the cycle perpetuates. That is also abuse. Now, it could just be funny for a TikTok or whatever, right? But it's a concern. Hopefully it's not true. But if that's true, then these older, overage grown-ups that are grooming and abusing and committing crimes, statutory crimes upon young men, they also need to stop, because this is how the cycle perpetuates. There's a lot of talk about people being grown and fast when it comes to little girls. I don't really personally stand by or attest to that type of a philosophy. I think it's adults that are abusing children, but it's happening both ways. And I'm seeing a pattern start to
I just want to say too, this is not just little girls. This happens to little boys all the time. Okay, I've seen documentary after documentary of kids in like Thailand and Vietnam and where's that other place, like Korea. Anyway, people go for their vacations and it's like all little boys. My brother was in Afghanistan and it's like a normal thing for men to hurt little boys and it's just like accepted. So it's not just a girl situation. There are boys out there. Trans get horrifically treated on the street. Okay, it is not just little girls. We are talking about Nova right now because Nova's alive and Nova needs help. We don't want to see R.I.P. Nova and everyone's like, oh, I'm so sad. No, do something right now while she's alive and save her. Save her from herself.
With these TikToks I'm seeing. There's this other one right here, and I'll leave you on that one. I was physically repulsed watching this TikTok because this is a child. This is a little boy. This is a child. I'm not saying he shouldn't know what that is. I'm not saying he shouldn't be making those type of jokes maybe to his friends. Okay. I know boys will be boys, but this is content for social media. It's public. And do you know who's on social media looking at public content made by children? Predators, criminals, PDF files. Why is this young man putting this content out instead of something else? I mean, these are the questions I have. These are things that I could have mentioned in that first video, but didn't. Unsurprisingly. Most people that watch that video that accidentally went viral, I mean, I say accidentally, but like every video, you know, I just put it out. I hope that it does as good as it can do and I move on. This one just, I mean, I think it was my most viral video, at least within the first 3-4 days or whatever. But pretty much nobody seemed to really have a problem processing and understanding and frankly agreeing with the main points. Pretty much everyone was unanimous. Mark Laita was probably not in the right for doing that, although it probably wasn't only his fault. A lot of people were like, you can't blame Mark Laita. You can't blame him for this. He's just showing what's really.
The one in the chat, if you think that Mark Laita was the catalyst of this little girl's fucking, well, no, okay, so she was already fucking spiraling with her mother. Okay, she was just like, I'm like messy. But do you put a one in the chat if you think that Mark Laita is the reason all of this happened by displaying her on Soft White Underbelly and letting creeps know where she works and what she does, and she was naked on the show? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that he's to blame. Or was she just already down this path and it was going to happen anyway? Put a 2. Colleen, yep, I agree. I totally agree with you. If he has millions of subscribers. I had like less than 2,000. Okay. I have a baby channel. I love all of you. I love all of you guys are my people. I don't care. I don't care what how many people are in my chat. You guys are my people. Aggie, yes, same. I think that he was the catalyst for this poor girl's spiral because now everybody knows her. Everybody looks at her like she's a her. And they abuse her and groom her and hurt her. At that, you cannot consent to anything at that age. And he made her older. And he showed the world that she's available. I truly blame him. Yeah. This started because of the treatment. Like you're at Colleen, 100%. 100%. This lady should never have been a mother. And the fact that she's a mother to 6 kids is horrifying. Horrifying.
Out there. And it's like I'm not blaming Mark Laita for anything. I am talking about, and I was, and I still am talking about, how Mark Laita used deliberately, as an adult, his platform to amplify, to highlight, to magnify a child who in the video spoke about sex acts, being underage. She spoke about running away. She spoke about where to find her.
Everything.
She talked about having a bad relationship or a rocky relationship with her own mother. All kinds of vulnerable things, work and sex acts, which is by statute criminal activity. All of this
Criminal.
this child was wearing a see-through, completely see-through, maybe you could call it bra, bathing suit, top, triangles. And it was uncensored. It was not censored.
On
and she was
display.
talking about sex acts. And the title contained the phrase 13-year-old. Pretty much nobody had a problem seeing why.
He uncensored her body. You could see her nipples. You could see her like cooter, like she was in like mesh. Okay. And the title was 13-year-old prostitute. Put her on display and let all these creeps know that she works on Figaro. That's what he did. Listen, I'm not saying that he broke any laws. I'm not saying that I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just a girl who's been through a lot of shit that has a lot of opinions. In my opinion, because I'm allowed to have an opinion, First Amendment, right? I believe that he was the catalyst that hurt this little girl. And shame on him. Yes, Aggie. Shame on him. And this isn't the only girl he's done this to. Not the only one. He exploits, in my opinion, I'm allowed to have an opinion, Mark. You exploit everybody. Everybody. Even the adults.
That could have contributed to Nova's current situation. It put her on the map. She gives Mark credit for saving her life. Am I saying that he's to blame for anything? How could I? How could I? I certainly think he is to blame for putting her on the world stage. Millions of people around the world know who this child is. And all of these adults are choosing to frame the situation in a way that is not appropriate, and I rebuke. I do not consent. If that's their morals, they pushed it too far, in my opinion, and I say no. But anyway, there were some people.
Listen, when you are 12 and 13 years old, you do not have consent to anything. If you have surgery before the age of 18, your parents have to consent for you to go under anesthesia. Your parents have to sign everything. You have no consent for anything before the age of 18. This girl was grown up too fast. This is the thing. I am all about keeping children, okay? Keep that magic. I'm going to make sure that my son, where is he? I don't know where he is, believes in Santa until he's fucking 20, okay? Like, that's how I feel. I want kids to be age appropriate. This girl grew up way too fast because of her mother, who's a shit, in my opinion. My opinion, I'm allowed to have it, and that's what I think of you. Shit.
People who did have some criticisms.
This is not the UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. Yeah, you ugliest quote going on in recent times. I don't know what exactly is.
You're right, Patrick.
In the spirit of addressing some of those, even though I definitely don't work for y'all, I'll be addressing some comments. Okay, so I didn't want to really even give this one credit because I truly think it's a bot, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Sick Biz, you're a white lady. Okay, we're off to a great start. You wouldn't understand having to put your black children into fight or flight mode because of the environment that they live in. You wouldn't understand. I'm going to say this is the most anti-black and racist comment that I've read all day. This is a degenerate, low down, and anti-black racist thing to say. This is to imply that whenever a black parent is stressed out, they have to put their own children into fight or flight mode.
Maggie,
no,
mama.
absolutely not true. And then one step further, have to be poor parents, such poor parents, and I mean pathetic in that type of poor, not monetary poor. So poor at parenting that your child is a 304, that's what you call her, and you're.
Wait, hold on. I need to Google this, kids. I need to know what a 304 is. Hold on. I can't see you. So if you're typing and What is a 304 in slang? Let's see. It doesn't tell me. It's like, wait, Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Let's see. All right, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to remove this really quick, and I'm going to put up this. And this is what it is. Why can't I find it? Let's see. Share screen. 304 Urban Dictionary. So a 304. Why? There it is. Can you guys see it? I don't know how to make it bigger. Hold on. Can I make it bigger? I don't know. Okay, so it says 304 woman, a slang term meaning a promiscuous woman. When a 304 typed into a handheld calculator, then turned upside down, the symbols resemble the word hoe, which is an American term for whore. Can you fucking imagine that? That's what her mother calls her. It's a, oh, thank you. I know I didn't see any of that, but okay. Thanks, speaking. I'm horrified. That's what her mother calls her. Kids. That's what her mother calls her. You're disgusting. You're a maggot.
Mini me. This person is taken up for that type of behavior and saying all black people. I wouldn't understand it. That's ridiculous. I'm sick of this type of argument because I also know it's just not true. It's not true. You don't have to do this to your children. Calling her a conniving bitch, you have to do that because it's black culture? False. You're never going to convince me of that. It's never going to happen. As far as your anyway, then somebody's uncle was in the chat basically threatening us. I'm putting this up there. That's a threat. Tyler Evans said, just get smacked for speaking on shit they don't know about. Then you better shut your mouth.
For exposing.
Okay. So this is a comment I sometimes get from the Mark Laita supporters.
How you doing, Mama? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you forever. Hi, Charlie. Hello? Right? Yeah. No, this kid stood no chance. Like, she was born into no chance. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Smada 02136. Smada's my girl. I lurk in chats and I see you and you just crack me up. You are so funny. I don't type in chats anymore, but I will lurk. I'll lurk and I see you, girl. I see you. Yeah, I know. Or we used to do if you did like there was boobless. I forget how you do it now. It's like 5 something. I don't know. I forget, but we used to do it. Yeah. Oh, we're 02136 girls. What was this? So funny. I'm pager old. I used to have like that huge green pager that was like kind of see-through. It looked like a VCR. I can't.
Magnitude. She lives her life. Okay. I'm with you so far, all right? As she is dressed, it's not important for that to happen. In fact, and indeed, if we take your logic, Bella, and we apply it to, for example, child abuse video material, if you know what I mean, what you are saying and advocating for, Bella, is that we should put that on soft white underbelly. Any and every film, we should put people being brutally anything and everything right there on soft white underbelly, like it's the faces of death, like it's rotten.com. Because why? You think that's important? Then I don't want to live in a society with you, Bella. I think it's important that we lock people that think that up. Actually, you're banished. If you put clothes on her, it dims the truth. Bella. What about a censor blur? What about a disclaimer at the beginning of the video from Mark Laita that says something like, this girl showed up with a see-through outfit on, and I just couldn't sit in a room with her. It was just too much for me to bear as a father. No, Mark asked her about lying, in my opinion, but I wouldn't know. He later on said he just didn't notice. You know what his reason for not noticing was? I will actually allow him in this clip to tell you for himself.
I did a video of a 13-year-old prostitute.
This is
and
so
she,
sad.
She had a bikini top that I wasn't even aware
Listen
that you could
to
see through
this.
it.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm not a breast man, so I'm not really looking at her breast, but
What do you like in a woman's body?
the shape of her waist and
Hold on.
hips.
So he just said, let me bring it back. He just said that he interviewed a 13-year-old prostitute and she had nothing on. But he didn't notice because he's not a boob guy. He likes a woman with some curves. He is discussing a fucking child. Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't notice because I don't like boobs. Boobless. Charlie, you were so funny. Like, hello, Charlie. I love that you're here. Welcome. Hey, Charlie. You should do a Charlie with like an AH. Smart, I love you. All right, let's go back to this because I'm all fired up. I'm fired up today, kids.
And all that.
Yeah.
Long,
Curving like something
tall
wrong.
and thin with nice curves.
Tall and thin but nice curves, yeah. Which is not the easiest mix to get.
There you have it. Not because I don't look at little kids that way. Not because I was so appalled as the father of a daughter that I couldn't even fathom my little baby girl being out there on the street like that, and I just to cover her up, I had to take the shirt off to her. So shocked. No, it's because he's an ass man.
Because he likes hips.
It's because he's an ass
He likes
man.
the hips.
So no, that's inappropriate. And no, Bella, absolutely not. Moving on. Yes, good point. Peep game pop off. They called her running missing promotion. It's clout now. That's crazy. She live in bubble. Y'all real life. The U.S. president is offended with friends. I don't know if you ever
He was. Oh God. Hold on. My Wi-Fi, man. I have like the best Wi-Fi, and for some reason,
for his actions and behaviors toward women and children,
go.
and the one before that. So I'm an equal opportunity creep hater. All right, yes, I am. But anybody, my daddy overdosed on meth. Try to keep up. But I will agree with you on one thing. I like to try to find common ground. I am very uncomfortable with real life things. If the real life things are the normalization, glorification, and exploitation of child trafficking, I am very uncomfortable with it. Nova XO 9827 and your neighborhood. Because see, what's happened now is all of this debauchery and this degeneracy has creeped out of the pits of hell where everybody thinks this is normal, and it's creeped onto my algorithm in my house in Princeton. And I am very uncomfortable with it. And guess what? Since it has now to do with a child, you've invoked my karmic duty as an adult to do something about it. So what I've decided to do about it is to raise awareness. You're welcome, society. Nova X 9827 lead to violence on you too. Well, I have something to tell you, Lee, Mar, Rock. We don't live 100 years ago. We live today. And today, I believe in fighting back with the full force of the law. And if I got to call the Department of Homeland Security, I will. I will find out who your baby mama is. I will help her in the custody battle. I will investigate you. Do not think you're going to even comment something about a repercussion. Nobody's slapping me.
oh, this is what's kind of scary. Can you guys hear me? With the my mic had to come up here. People have been threatening her. Okay, threatening her in her comments for exposing all of this, whether they're gang members, not sure. She doesn't know. She doesn't know these people. But she has literally been threatened by people for exposing this. Like really like bad threats. So if I start getting them kids, if I start getting haters.
But it does show the state of mind. Like if you're not on my side, you're on the side of Ryan Mason. Why make him the bad guy though? If he never released the video, you wouldn't know about the situation to begin with. Focus on the mother who pimped her out instead. First of all, don't tell me what to do. I don't work for you. Second of all, I did focus on the mother heavily. So done. Why make him the bad guy though? That's a question for Mark. That's a question to ask him. Why he had that baby in there like that and rebroadcasted it and is now, to my understanding, still selling it. He's making money off of a child where you could see her making money off of that, to what I understand. So, and again, he's.
So what he did with the video of her that you could see her nipples, and can you say nipples on YouTube? Like I am trying to get monetized and they're just giving me the hardest time. I'm gonna be like Turtle Boy. I'm not like never gonna get monetized because of my mouth. You could see her nipples. And what he did when people started like pushing back on the fact that he was like exposing a 13-year-old dude, he put it behind a paywall. So now these creeps have to go and pay to see this.
Talking about sex acts. Okay. With, this girl is talking about that with him. So you should ask him. That's a question for Mark. Why is he the bad guy? And if he never really didn't know about the situation, I would have preferred not to know about it. Yeah. I would have preferred if Nova of predators, adults who care. I would have preferred that. I would have preferred not to know about it. Not everything needs to be known by everybody. Nova is in harm's way every day for the rest of her life because we needed to know about it. No, these degenerate robots. Another sexually harassing comment. They are going to make violent sex act on me. A degrading, humiliating, and violent sex act on me because I said
threatening
children is bad. This is what we're dealing with. And this is why I have to say something. And nobody ain't going to do nothing about it. No, they're not. Are you with your mama dog?
Call the police, motherfucker.
Are you with your daddy? That's right. Sarah Finley was a global woman. He did corn with her just by interviewing her. I don't have to move any further. The tingle started going off on the top of my head because this shows the level of thinking of this man is such that he doesn't have sympathy for little girls. This is creep behavior. This is banished from bringing up on the parents and trying to get him kicked off of YouTube. I'm not trying to get him kicked off YouTube. Sometimes I'm just like,
I'm like talking over her. Anybody can be on YouTube. Like I'm not like a cancel culture type of person. Like everyone deserves to be channeled. Like this is my channel. Whatever the fuck, whatever I want to do on my channel, I will do. Okay. I don't care. There's some creators I would never associate with. I like true crime. I stay in my own lane. The fact that these people have their own channel and are going to her channel and threatening SA on her because she's exposing a 13-year-old girl being violated and exploited. She literally cannot walk down the street without a creep trying to hurt her. Yes, Aggie. Say it exactly. I want to go through that one day. I feel like too many creators are still like on that, and like poor Summer. I might do like an overview of it, but I'm not getting into like the weeds of it. But you're absolutely right. It's so disgusting. It's disgusting. These people, she calls them degenerates, and it's like the best description of these people that you could have, okay? And her mother is fucking pathetic. You are not a mother, ma'am. And the fact that you have 6 or 7 children is horrifying.
Can the mothership just come pick me back up, please? I am tired of this. You like my videos, unsubscribe and leave me alone and don't come back over here. I'm going to call the FBI. Mind your business, lady. Yeah. This is my business now because it came across my algorithm. If y'all don't want people talking about your business, keep it in your freaking house, at least on your front porch, at least at the community center, because now it's come across my timeline and now it's my freaking business. If you're asking me, you're doing the same thing he's doing. Well, I didn't ask you. At least he wasn't judging. You're bringing light to something everyone sees already. At least he wasn't judging. Well, he should have been judging. You're supposed to use discernment.
You guys, I just want you guys to know that Christine, right, Chris, her and I are work wives, and she is the person that I have the most contact with all the time. Like, I talk to her the most of anyone that is in my life. Like, we talk all day. We're into true crime. We talk at night. We talk in the weekends, and she is one of the most beautiful souls. So if you guys don't know Christine, Crafty Chris, she's awesome. And let's read her comment. This is disgusting. That poor girl. The adults in her life all need to catch charges. Amen, Christine. Say it louder for the assholes in the back. Hank and I have been listening in the car. Hi, Hank. She has a really, really cute dog, Hank. I call him Hanky Panky. He's adorable. But yeah, Christine's like my person. I talk to her the most in life, like for the past 10 years. Or like, how long have we worked together? Like, now I worked there for 9 years. Yeah, she's amazing. She's an amazing person. Yeah, she was there when I was pregnant, and she gave me all the mom advice and everything. She made me the most beautiful stuff for my baby shower. Like, and she's so creative, and just like, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but if you ever see Crafty Chris in a chat, make sure you like chat her up. She's amazing person. All right, guys, let's go back to this. They're pathetic. They're pieces of shit. And we're just going to like talk about Nova a little bit more. I think there's about 20 minutes left.
He should have been judging. He should have been judging. Judging needs to come right back. We need to bring back shaming. We need to bring back judging. We need to bring back humiliating people. The next sentence, you can't bring light to something everybody sees already. That's just bot behavior. Talk about your culture. This is culture. This is the internet. If my baby cousin, if my future children see it going on in the case know about, that is actually a great question. I have no idea. It wasn't made to be my business by all of these different people.
Yep.
Adults. I would have no idea what was going on over there. Just
like, I don't know if you guys, this is just side note. Hi, Rosie. Good to see you, baby. And ask Bob. Hi, honey bunny. It's good to see you. We got Sean. We have Rosie. Hey, baby. Side note, don't these guys that were just like on the screen, like all sitting together, and aren't like I grew up in the hood, right? Like I grew up in Hyde Park. I know that a lot of some of you guys aren't from the area. Hyde Park is Boston, right? I've had a 617 number my whole life. Okay. There was like a Store 24, a Tedeschi, like who is with you, Amy? Oh, we're going over. This is BJ Investigates, and that surprise witness. We're going over her information about Nova. She's a 13-year-old street worker that's in a lot of trouble and needs help. And she needs help before there's a rest in peace Nova all over the internet. Like, she needs some serious fucking help, and no one's helping her. But those guys, I'm sitting here thinking, like, when I was living in the hood, like, and like, I'm like kind of street, like I'm smart and everything, but I grew up, I'm street smart. Those were the guys that if I ever saw at like a Store 24, I would leave. Like, if I saw them in the store, I'd be like, I'm fucking out of here. I'll go down the street. I'm not going in there and dealing with these I'm just not. And I would go to a different store. As soon as I saw someone like them, I would leave. Anyone else?
I'm trying to get in everybody's business. Yeah, they made it public. They continue to make it public. This is a child, and people who don't see that have a problem, not me. Again, somebody said someone needs to put you on the track. This is how these degenerates think about not only children, but women. Anybody that challenges their frontal lobe, and that's why they're all so fucking stupid. They've never really had to sharpen their intellect because they've been able to slap a since forever is I will call the fucking cops and live stream the whole thing. The set I'll
call the cops.
Little girls deserve protection from predators. And I don't know, I think maybe they got some people in the set even probably think that. I think everybody's tired of y'all. I think everybody's tired of y'all. But someone needs to put me out there to be sexual, to be.
Yeah.
I belong out there getting I belong out there getting put in a dog kennel and eaten.
We'll go over it another time because this is going to be like parts because there's so much information about her. But these fuckers threatened to put her in a cage and gang rape her and do horrible things to her because she was asking the public and the authorities to help a child being victimized. But these guys are threatening to SA her and put her in cages and make her eat cat food. Okay? These people walk among us. Not here. I'm not in Boston. I am not. I am so far away from these fuckers, thank God. I'm in Boston. But like, no.
This is what's being put in my comments. And this was the nice ones. Look at this freak. Oh my God. Andre Bugatti. Put him on a list right now. Y'all out here, God. Y'all here thinking these kids out here innocent. When camera on, they act all different. Just because the law say a certain age don't mean they aren't mature. She could have, it's half stupid, easily reached out for help. This is what she wants for her life. 15 years old. When she got pulled into this, she was 13. She was walking on the street with her friend to go to the gas station and get a snack because her mom was abusing her. That is her version of the story. I don't know. I wasn't there. And you have creep like this.
Was 12 and her mother was being her mother, the pathetic fucking loser that she is. And she left, she walked down Fig, the quarter where all of this happens, and she started her career at 12 because of her mother.
Saying kids ain't innocent. They want it. They're asking for this statutory. It's a mindset a lot of people have. Yeah. They subscribe for the American flag. I gotta tell y'all, some people apparently don't like the American flag.
I like the American
That was
flag.
Some of the comments were like, I can't watch this video because I can't take the American flag seriously. This person had blue hair, so maybe I don't know what was going on. But girl, I love the American flag. I have a lot of American flags. I brought the other a lot, and I'm gonna keep getting more. I love the American flag. Land the free home of the brave. And you know what? This America, the proposition, yes, that I get to say without having somebody slap me or put me or in a dog cage or in a prison. Hell yeah, America. Now put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. So, you know, there was a few degenerates like that had criticisms, but most people were on board with the general gist of the video. They got the main points and they were like, something just simply must be done. And I was like, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, well, a whole nother side plot popped up. An inexplicable beef was born.
It's a new beef brewing at No Jumper. Now, this is an unlikely pairing, if you ask me. And they investigate.
So, a major concern I had in that first video, I've mentioned it here again today, is how a child, for example, would escape. Like, I think we'll agree. How does somebody in Nova's situation get out of the situation? You start looking around, right? Like, I don't know her, never talked to her, or have no plans to, don't really need. But I showed all the homes, even from this documentary, all the way back into the, you know, in the 80s.
He produced a package of upholstery needles and told me he wanted me to stick every one of them.
Let's look around. She's growing up. You grown up beautifully. All right, fine. Let's look to her mom. Let's look to her dad. Nope. We already got that. The mom is the reason she can't be, Nova can't be at her house. Apparently, allegedly, according to Nova. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. But I am more inclined to believe the child in a situation. Okay, fine. Let's look around some more. Maybe Adam 22. Maybe Adam 22. Maybe somebody from No Jumper might be able to help Nova. You know, put yourself in Nova's situation. She is a child.
Right.
13, 14, 15-year-old kid. She's looking around. Which adults does she actually have access to? You look at Adam.
All I'm saying is like, is this basically totally normalized in the pimp world?
No. Hell no.
For sure. No. So there's a big chunk of people who think that's fucked up and wrong.
For sure. There's absolutely out there doing it, but I ain't gonna lie. Me personally,
look, that's normalized because it's too many cases. You talking to a that's been in the feds, been in the state. I've seen too many, whether they gangbangers or from whatever state, all these getting out here trying to pimp. These ain't playing the game how it's supposed to go.
And right next to him, Aunt Heffy going, absolutely, totally normal.
Some be on it.
My point. Who does Nova go to get out of this? When she runs away, her mother can legally put her into a group. She's away. The pimps get her again. How does she get out? I mean, this is an age-old question. Hopefully, you know, you would hope someone around a respected, respectful, trustworthy adult who might have some access to some program or just something. Who knows? I don't really know. I don't pretend to know. But I'm just putting myself in Nova's position, and it's like, if I'm Nova, what am I doing? I'm probably not doing anything. I'm probably stuck. I'm probably stuck. That's my point. She probably can't come forward and say anything to anybody. Either she's scared or can't do anything either, or they don't have, they're just stuck. That point, isn't that sad? Then all this background stuff with a Rico, and she's getting threatened by grown men like ATM Richie. She better stay out the way for better days and better plays on the dead homies.
A little bit over dead homies. I don't know what time it is. Nova better stay out the way for better days and better plays. Dead homies. Her and her punk ass mama.
So these grown men are threatening a child and their mother because they think that they're snitches. So these people are having a target on these babies, on this baby's back. Yes. Right. Backseat Jura, Amy in the backseat. Always good to see you. And Lucas, you always know that I bring the beer. Just get naked. My StreamYard's being weird. It's like, oh, Lucas, there you are. So you guys I want to serve 2 hours. I fucking love you. Yeah, Sundays are great. Tomorrow we are. One second. Tomorrow we are doing asylums. Do you remember back in the day there was like we still have Bridgewater for the criminally insane. I have a bunch of videos we're going to go over. It's going to be so much fun. We're doing spooky season tomorrow. Get your coffee and your favorite blanket, stay in your PJs, and we will be here from 10 to whatever, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah, Lucas is here. I love when Lucas is here. He's back. I fucking love Lucas. If I could come all the way to England and have some tea with you, a spot of tea, I would love to. Like that would be amazing. Oh, Mary Bagwell, you're back. Perfect tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. I have a yes, girl, yes. We're almost done with this. And I'm gonna go be a mom. Fairfield, yes, girl. Yeah. So let's finish up with this. And tomorrow morning we'll be here. PJs. I'll have my hair up in a ponytail. Probably have sleepies, and we're gonna go through the asylums, kids, because it's gonna be fun.
The same guy that puts women in dog kennels and feeds them cat food and burns them in the shower and puts cigarette butts out on them is threatening a little girl.
What do you think is up with a little girl?
Who should come forward? Aunt Hefe makes a comment that sometimes little girls be fast and grown and thrust into
people be grown and fast and thrust themselves into it.
Not everyone is forced in a dog cage and a cat cage, right? Or whatever. Okay, fine. That demonstrates to me where his mind is at. That he believes that a child has the ability to consent to being thrusted into a sexual encounter. because they don't. Not morally, not legally. Nova specifically stated she don't think of it from Nova, right? Like she's like, I don't like to leave my house. People be saying I'm grown and fast, and you know they say that I'm too fast, and I'm a hoe, and this, that, and the other, and so I don't like to leave my house. Okay, fine. I remember that. Then we have Aunt Hefe saying, yes, I'm gonna grow fast. So it shows to me you have a kind of like a negative impression of children who get put into this lifestyle. So I'm thinking, all right. Okay, so if I'm Nova, am I going to that guy who's like, yes, I'm going to be for growing and fast? No, I'm not going. I'm not going to go forward. I'm not going to go and tell him because I don't believe he would be pathetic. Because Nova.
No, this is the thing. Who is Nova going to for help? Who? There's nobody. Everybody is using her as an object. You should see her now. I wish I could find a picture right now. She has tattoos all over her face and just like looks, it's just so sad. It's just so sad. How much more do we got? Let's go to this. I'm going to bounce a little forward. This was one of this was a response to BJ's expose.
I'm pretty sure y'all know who she is if y'all watches her content and whatever it is she's about. I think her channel was about I fully understand statement of being silly. So I have a brunette.
Brunette, that's one. Don't stereotype anybody. Don't stereotype anybody, bro. That was not about, the stereotype about ex-cons being ditzy is true too, right? This is why you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. That's not nice. Don't do that.
Right? Pretty much everything but a child of God, which I obviously am. I supposedly took this man out of context. I clipped him and chopped him. Somehow, I guess he actually said to make it seem worse than it was. This is his perception. I regret to inform you I did absolutely no such thing. And even if I did do such a thing, maybe I took him out of context there. He has doubled and tripled down, not only on his own channel and a now deleted video, but then again, later that afternoon on the No Jumper podcast, the man had lost his voice. The voice was lost and gone. The voice was lost and gone. I think he'd been crying the whole time. He was so mad.
Aggie.
Yeah, man. Everybody knows they doing that. Like when there's someone doing that,
motherfucking Disney frog with a wig on.
Listen to
the man has a propensity not the music, the moment. He can't get it out. He's trying to say, I look like a Disney frog with a wig on. The irony here is that he is as bald-headed as a Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay. Because the very last thing, I got about 2 feet of hair that I grew myself. All right. And it's bleached. Okay. So
I'm a brunette.
That's not Disney in a wig. When you are a little bit out because you're croaking, you don't have a hair.
Not one.
You are a bald-headed scallywag. Ain't got no hair in a type of guy.
Nothing.
Okay. Or the front, or the top, or the side. Please. Front of him. I said I gotta give him a shout out because he did behave correctly. Like he was like, no, we're not gonna go any fast, lose, loud, fast, grown. No, we're not doing none of that.
Baby.
Kid is a kid. That's it. And I'm like, yeah, true. I don't even have to agree with him on anything else he's ever said in his life, but true to that. Well, I think they were all a little upset.
A bitch out there cooking.
I would never in life think that I would get a shout out from a white lady with an American flag.
This shit is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Racial tensions shout out from a white lady with an American flag. Racial tensions are healing. I am happy to report. So it's clear that Heffy did just want his flowers. He wanted a little attention. Okay, so I'll give him a couple things. All right, number one, here's the part of the sentence where he did say, you asshole or whatever if you mess with kids.
Feel me? I don't have to judge. Hey, I had to paperwork with trafficking and getting stalked in rooms. And you know what I'm saying? some people be fast and thrust themselves into that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just all because they underage that they being tricked. Some people be grown and fast and thrust themselves into it, and it don't matter whichever way you slice it. Once you understand somebody's underage and you deal with them like you're a piece of shit,
You are
bad.
It's still predatory.
Wait.
Come with
All right,
10,000
so
hot.
let's just give them some credit that they said that if you know that the girl is underage, you're a POS. So I give them credit for saying that. But do they check to see how old these kids are? No, they don't give a They don't. They don't care. And they're locking women in hotel rooms and starving them? What? This is slavery.
Ready. I'm cool.
I do. I mean, I think the bar is so low. The bar is so low. Hell is not even a good bar anymore. But it's below hell. The bar might have gone transcendent and it's in heaven now. It's so low. We have switched poles. The bar is so low, the poles have switched. If y'all are mad I didn't play all of y'all agreeing that statutory rape is bad, child sex trafficking is bad, and statutory rape is bad. We all agree. Thank you. Thank you, young Aunt Heffy, for saying that. You are right. I do agree. That wasn't the point. Is you harbor a mindset about children, and it shows through your words. Children cannot consent morally, ethically, spiritually to a sexual encounter with an adult, and certainly not legally. So anybody calling a kid fast implies that the kid has the capacity to make around y'all hear stuff like that. They automatically move you, especially little girls that are already considered to be fast, especially little girls who have green hair and face tattoos.
So sad. She has so many tattoos on her face. Okay, like so many. They have like branded her. She has money bags tattooed on her face. These people branded her.
She's not even wearing a this, that. She must be asking for it. No, that's still a child. There's no fast and grown about it. So you harbor the mindset to think that a little kid could consent.
Look at her, she's a baby.
Is no why people don't use stuff like you would probably minimize it. You would probably blame them. That's what they're thinking, and that's what I believe. So
Me
if
too,
you want to
BJ.
switch that up, you can at any time. You can at any time. Like, people don't have to have a permanent reputation. You could all of a sudden be, the guy that stands up for little girls. You could just start doing that today. But in that clip, in that video, the person I saw doing it, it was Almighty Suspect this time. That it was him. There was one other guy on the stool. And I can't get that because he was like, I had a crush on a girl, and she had like an older boyfriend and the girl, and I didn't like that. They're like wrong and stuff. I mean, I do stand by that. But one thing I will also give Heffy that the other guys didn't do is actually been going a long time.
This is the oldest profession. Okay, the oldest. If you're, listen, I don't this. This is my belief. This is my belief. My opinion. I don't think that any women who do actual work wants to do it. I do not believe that for a second that any of them want to do it. Okay, I do not believe that. Okay. And when you know you are dealing with children, you should go to jail for the rest of your life. Okay, because you're a predator. You are a predator. Grooming them, branding them, soul crushing them. These people don't care. This is what these people do.
Everybody that spent time down there has seen it before, this underage thing. This brings me back to that 1983 documentary. So I just wanted to point out, like, the name of the documentary is like Teenagers and the or whatever. Just thoughts. Two parallels, but the Hoovers in 2021. I can do that. In the documentary, the pimps said their work is done for them by the girls' families because the girls come from abusive homes.
They claim their work is done for them by the girl's family. To teenagers with the seems to be the only one who really cares. The offers them friendship and support. They often give them the first square meal in days, place to sleep, them nice clothes, shiny. He and his supporters work an almost inexplicable charm on the runaways and throwaways.
They end up having to get a because it is so dangerous out on the streets. There are people running around, catchers, snatchers. It's crazy. This woman, who was abused, who was kidnapped, abused, but they got her back. She said,
"Oh my God, why is this doing this?"
They will put teenage girls in a bag, snatch them and put them in a bag, and sell them to pimps.
One such is
with well, the guy that I was with wasn't really a pimp. He was just showing catchers. He was just showing me, what to do and how to do it, and that was that. They actually bag these kids up and call them a package and sell them to a real pimp.
Can you imagine?
In the documentary, it says that it's easy for the pimps to just move right in because they're charismatic and they used to actually dress nice.
To a young, lonely girl.
All right, I think we're going to stop this right here because it just goes on about a old documentary about prostitution and so we'll stop it there just because we've gone through the whole Nova thing, and I'm going to continue with this Nova thing. And tomorrow we get to spend the morning together. We have True Crime Coffee Time with me, and we're going to do asylums and the criminally insane. I've been searching the internet for some good videos, and I cannot wait to spend my Sunday morning with all of you. Thank you for spending your time with me today, going over Nova. Justice for Nova. Someone needs to step in for Nova and help her before she is on. What does Aggie say here, honey? I just love you. Aggie said, "How awful to do this to a child. These tattoos are permanent on her face. Unless she gets away from them and gets a..." Yes, girl, preach it. Preach it for the degenerates in the back. Okay. And it is, Makings. I love you, Makings. I love you, Patrick. Where's my thing? My son got this for me when I was going through my cancer because it was pink and it was a heart, and I kept it like next to me. And so every time, that's why I display it. And I love all of you just like this. So yeah. Justice for Nova. We're going to keep at this. Lucas, I'm so happy you came to visit us. I love you. And Baker came. Thanks for coming. I love all the support. I love all of you guys. I love doing this. And I cannot wait for tomorrow for spooky theme asylums and people or places for the criminally insane. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you can make it. If you can't, that's okay. Replay through. We love you too. Make comments. Make sure you like the video. And I will see you tomorrow morning, kids. Thanks for being here. Bye.